Hello there, YouTube. It is me, Emilio, your resident fuckboy, back over here, and we're gonna talk about why Lee Sin is so good in the pro scene, and why he's just so good in Challenger as well. And the first thing I would like to bring up is I know Lee Sin, he's not a high skill floor champion. When you first start playing him, you could still do well because that's just how his kit is. But he's a very high skill cap champion, and it's like he is the highest skill cap champion, I believe. Um, Other champions that could be close to that skill cap are Yasuo and Azir. And the thing is about those two champions is, I think with Azir, there's not as much space to fuck up, right? Because you miss your Q. Okay, you could play passive, you could stay back, and you could farm from range with your W. Or with Yasuo, if you miss your Q, yes, if you miss them consistently, you are going to get fucked up. Or if you don't kite properly, or if you don't use your E properly, you're going to get fucked up, right? But once you have the basic E mechanics down, the Q really isn't that hard to land because you're so close and it's such a fast skill shot. And the W, yeah, the W is pretty hard, but it's not the end of the world if you don't know how to use the W. But with Lee Sin, basically if you miss your Q and you're not fed, you pretty much die in a 1v1. And you can't really just stand still and auto attack. That may, with Lee Sin, like his damage comes from being able to land his Q and his ulti, right? And if he can line up his ulti, then it's just amazing damage early on. And later it's okay damage but good CC. I think that's the problem with balancing such a champion. And especially the skill floor is a problem. Because Riot wants everybody to be able to play this champion. Because think about it, people love Lee Sin. At least when they're not playing against him. A lot of people love playing Lee Sin. I love playing Lee Sin, I know that. And I know a lot of people that just like main him and play him a lot. The problem is I feel like Riot should maybe have different patches for the competitive scene and the regular scene. And maybe, yeah, this is too much, but there's a possibility that they can have patches for each division, because each division has its own little balance issues, and there will never be true balance within League of Legends with just one patch. And the problem with Lee Sin is, with that high skill cap, with all these high skill cap champions that are very fun to play, you can't really balance it for the whole community. And in the pro scene, he's always going to be good because they want to allow everybody to play him, not just the challenger players. So he will naturally not over excel in such a way that he's like overpowered because he's still a skill champ, but over excel that in a way because a challenger player's mechanics differ from even a master player with Lee Sin by a huge varying degree, a huge amount. Depending on the player, obviously, some players are up there because of their great mechanics, but a lot of players are up there because of their great mechanics and combined with their great decision making. And that's the whole dilemma with the whole high skill cap champion thing, is that there aren't multiple patches for one instance. Like this patch came out, but it came out for maybe challenger scene. No, not challenger scene. For the rest of the people and competitive scene. And that's why all these high skill champ, high skill cap champions like Azir were very prominent, and they were. I didn't really feel he was OP in like gold, and most people are in silver 5, and that's why they end up getting nerfed, because sometimes the pro scene just makes them seem OP, and then people are gonna think they're OP, and then it just reaffirms that. It makes people have more confidence in the pick, and that's how the meta sort of is created. People see that people are doing well with a certain champion, and then they think that a champion is OP. One, it's all a subjective thing, and Riot is just trying to please us most of the time, because we ban a lot, affects the way that they are gonna be nerfing shit. Because I remember when Zed was around, I didn't really feel like he was OP. A lot of people weren't banning him like after all those buffs, but once people thought he was OP, he got banned all the time. Right, I had to nerf him, and then he was at a point where he was okay. They had to nerf him again, and then they kept nerfing him until the state he's at right now. But he's still a good champion. What a high skill cap. But definitely needs the right hands. Definitely needs a lot of experience. That's what I would say. But that's just my perspective on the board below, or on the YouTube comment section below. Just tell me how you feel, and I'll try to respond, and maybe I'll have a change of heart, a change of mind, and maybe I could change your mind. We'll see what goes on. I've been Emilio. I've had some fun right here. Peace.